Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today's build and play guide is on the Z-35. If you guys want, if you're watching this, it is currently on sale in the shop here under the German Humidity uh, sale. If you're watching it while, the week of this coming out, right? We're going to be doing a lot of double headers this week because we also want to do the Spanish cruisers. Z-35, guys. These are pretty much all the 134 night or year 134 and 136 destroyers that Germany did. So they're all going to be real similar, right? Z-35 is going to play a lot like Mass or Z-39 or see what else is there. There's a lot of other ones there that are like a guide is close. Mostly, this is most like Moss, but you have um, a better radar or a better sonar, really, and quarter pen. That's really the difference. It's a Moss with quarter pen and um, a better sonar. So let's go ahead and get started. We're using Eric Bay. We're using Jersey Swirsky and William Sims, along with Shifty for his base trait, observant range, look at me now, perceptive, and torpedo royale, along with unstoppable. You could use smoke on the water. There's a lot of flexibility with Eric Bay. And you could go a million different ways with it if you wanted, as long as you have perceptive and you're getting your detection down, right? That'd be the big thing. So for our modifications, we're using aiming systems mod 1, prop mod 2, and concealment mod in the last slot as always. Now, I have a super great game for you guys in this, and that's because it's a lot like the other German destroyers. The one big thing about this, it does have like the Z-39 sonar. It is a 5 kilometer sonar. Why is that important? If you build into detection, once you get spotted, you just hit your sonar, you can smoke up and you can blast whatever's shooting at you. Now, we do have to be a little bit careful with that because you're going to be running against other 5 kilometer sonars a lot, right? When you're in this ship, you're going to be going against Z-35s, Z-39s, which have the 5 kilometer sonars. Also, you're going to be going up against a lot of masses that also have the 4.2 sonar. So just because you have this good sonar does not mean you're invisible, and there's another reason why here in a second we'll get to. Smoke generator, you do have two of these. Honestly, they're not bad. They are handy. Um, Sit in it, destroy, wreck another destroyer. Pretty straightforward on that part. Specs, survivability, 21,000 hit points, so solid. Main guns, these are Moss, basically Moss guns, right? So they're one difference is you have quarter penetration on your HE. So you have 5 128s, they reload in 3.6 seconds. The turret traverse is not super quick on this ship, but it's not end of the world. That's why you could take perceptive or twist and track. That's up to you. Normally, I find the guns because I play all types of ships, 22 seconds. And normally, I have an idea where I want the guns. Um, so the HE shell damage is not good, guys. And this is the thing with the German ships, right? They have a lot of power with the sonars and everything, and their AP is good. But when you get into these fights with other destroyers, they are overrated in a lot of ways. Why is that? Your HE just isn't super powerful on them. And sure, you have quarter pen on this ship, so you can pen 32 millimeters of armor, which is great, but that doesn't help you in a destroyer fight. So just because your guns reload quick doesn't mean you can absolutely wreck everything you run across. The HE alpha is pretty low on this ship. Now, to be fair, it reloads pretty quick, so you can get a lot done with it if you're careful. But you still want to make sure This isn't a split or a Grom where with that quarter pen and the really good HE alpha, right? And good reload where you can just see something and shoot it till it's dead. All right. You got to be a little bit more careful in this ship. But again, 30 millimeters of armor pen means this thing is going to pen all battleship bows and sterns. Superstructure. There's just a lot that this HE is going to do. While it doesn't do a ton of damage, you're going to be able to pin a lot of things. AP is really good. If you given the chance, you can citadel quite a bit of stuff with this ship. If a cruiser gives you a full broadside, you will citadel it, especially close up. So again, pretty solid guns on it. Just remember your HE is a little underwhelming at first till you get used to it. You're gonna think you're just gonna be able to maul everything with it. You're not. Torpedoes, you have 4 of them per side, pretty much like everything at the tier for the Germans. Reload in 90 seconds, so they're pretty quick to come back for what they are, and they are pretty decent, right? Not massive amounts of damage, but they do hurt. AA defense, it's not a lot, but again, if you're coming across tier 5 carriers, you're going to be able to shoot some planes down. Tier 7, not so much. Maneuverability, okay turning circle, not bad rudder, and decent speed. I wouldn't say it's fast, but detection pretty solid at 5 kilometers. Whatever you can out detect you. So if you come up against the Sashi with like 4.8, it doesn't matter because as soon as you're detected, you just hit your sonar, right? Stats. Let's see here. Not even sure. Pretty average for me. I would say it's a little below average for this ship, but I really haven't had the greatest teammates in this ship. But you guys will see that in our match. uh, so it's a battle for armor. It's a destroyer. Try not to take unnecessary shots when you don't need to. Try to dodge when you can. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship, and I am an above average player, not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. With that out of the way, boy, do I have a match for you guys. Well, first of all, you guys saw me kind of measure out the distance there with my guns, and we threw the torpedoes in the gap. Why is that? A lot of times, players come through that gap. In this match, however, they're not. Also, we have a Dunkirk on our team backing up. I did not realize this. And one issue that you have with the Z-35, it is a great ship. Do not get me wrong. As them guys ram each other, you can get yourself overconfident in this ship just because it's a very good destroyer. Now, I'm going to do that in this match, but I think I have help. I did not realize our Dunkirk was backing up to the back of the map. I thought, oh, that's a broadside champion. He clearly is going to be murdered, right? If I went into a middle of a cap in a champion or Atlanta like that, I would be absolutely obliterated in 3 seconds. Now, we're not going to have a whole lot of help in our team, right? That Dunkirk that's backing up to the back of the map, he's going to end up 3rd in our team. That tells you how much. Now, to be fair, our Ankark, or the Dutch cruiser that's here, he's going to help, right? And actually here, I thought there was a destroyer in the cap coming up. If you notice, my located mark made it look like it could have been from the right side. So I actually used my radar and smoked up, or my sonar and smoked up. Not really a great decision, but champions charging in. So we throw torps out, assuming, you know what, we're going to get a ton of help. He's going to be dead in 2 seconds, right? He's going to be dead in 2 seconds, right? We have fire. We've been damaging him. He's going to be dead in 2 seconds, right? He's broadside. There's a Dunkirk out there. This is like the easiest kill of all time. You can see our guns, not the world's greatest DPM, even with putting fires on them there for a little bit and everything. And you can see we're overpinning a champion at 3 kilometers, right? So, just very unlucky here. And this champion is taking some very nice blind fire shots at me. And that's the other thing with this team, right? We did do a good chunk of his health. Heinrich, our Dutch cruiser really bailed us out because our battleship buddy did not. Also, we're going to take and try to help get rid of Scharnhorst. Remember, guys, the first 2 guys dead in this match I helped kill, right? But I didn't kill them. Remember that. The first 2 I got assists on. We're going to run across some really good players on this enemy team, right? That cruiser charged in, while not maybe the smartest move, what he did, and with his blind fire shots, proved he probably was a pretty decent player, right? He knew when to go to broadside to maybe not get citadeled. We're going to take some nice shots, and this is where Z-35 excels at, right? You can pin a lot of stuff. That's a battleship that we're getting full pins on right now. So you can get a lot of that. Now, remember, guys, is we know there is a destroyer over to our right that we want to get to. But remember, we're going to have some stiff competition, and our first 2 people we run across, we did help kill, but we didn't murder them. So, we're going to run over here, and we're going to help finish off this destroyer, who's been terrorizing, and as we hit 2 of our torps on that Dallas that came out, we're going to go ahead and murder the last of this T-61. That Andrea Doria did try to his credit, help out. So, we have murdered him. We got the solo cap on A. And now we see Fuso. There's not a whole lot that can shoot at me right now. And nobody's shooting at Dallas right now. The reason he lost his health is the torpedoes, right? So we're going to try to finish off Dallas. Again, we can pin 32 millimeters of armor, meaning these HE, while they're not a ton of damage, when they hit stuff, they're going to do damage and not just go ahead and shatter on everything, right? We had 1 shatter out of 9 on that Dallas as we finish off the Dallas. But we did, to that credit, we did do most of the damage on Dallas. Now we do hit the Fuso here. Heinrich has done a good job. Our cruiser buddy actually of kind of whittling his health down. Servo is spotted. We got to get rid of Servo, right? Skip bombs could be an absolute problem for us. And he's the one thing that can change this match. As you can see, we are actually doing pretty good damage to him. We got to dodge these torpedoes. And again, solid player, right? He didn't know we were here. We spot him. We start shooting his guns off. What's he do? He comes back with HE skip bombs, right? So, again, the team that we're going up against for this tier, at tier 5 and 6, this was a pleasant, fun match for me. Because this was not easy. Okay? This is going to be a good match that comes down to the wire, right? We're losing on ships. Right now, the only thing we have going for us is caps. Even sailing correctly, that he still gets one of his bombs to hit. And I am doing my best to actually murder this servo, right? Before it gets worse. So, but we see the Fusos here. We got to smoke up. Use our smoke. We're going to go ahead and try to get rid of Fuso. We know our torps are good. Again, he blind fires me in the smoke. We get the carrier with our torps. But he is a really nice blind fire, so kudos to that servo, man. This enemy team was like on point. I played almost a perfect game in this match, and it almost didn't work. Right? We're going to pop out of the smoke for a second to spot Fuso. We're going to start shooting at him because, to his credit, he's been shooting us when he's had the chance. Right? Again, we're in our smoke. We had the champion blind fire us, the carrier blind fire us, and now we're gonna have the Fuso blind fire us. Like, man, I would love to be on this red team. If I had been on this red team, this would have been like the easiest win of all time. And you can see here, he is healing, but we are getting fires on him. Fuso, you know, on the deck plating. We are getting some shatters and that on turrets. But we finish him off. So, outside the first two guys, we've killed all 4 suns. Alright, we've had a little bit of help, to be honest. That cruiser did help us out quite a bit. Over here, we see Bayern. We also know our carrier is getting attacked by a Sashio. Right? Sashio also understands he's got to get rid of our carrier. Our carrier must have been messing with him. Because normally I would just think it's a Japanese destroyer. This is what I thought at the time is I thought, oh, it's just a Japanese destroyer hunting down a carrier. He's not probably that great of a player. But again, we're going to go ahead and push up. I'm not really scared of a Sashio. Good torps, not great guns. So I think pretty much can win that fight. So, again, we're going to go ahead. Asashio, not much health left. I'm not worried. Especially because at this time, I'm thinking, oh, he's just a destroyer. Lost all his health going after a carrier, right? I didn't realize that was his 4th kill right there. Or no, 3rd kill. I did not see that. I've been so pay attention to what we've had going on. Now, we have 1 solo cap, 4 kills, and we're going to push up. Now, again, this is going to be a lot of fun and come down pretty close to the wire here, guys. We're going to go in and get this cap. Why are we doing this? It's a close match. If my guys, which I know there's a Dunkirk behind me, lose this match or die, we're in a world of hurt. So we're going to try to get rid of Bayern here because California can't quite spot us yet. And we can get the upper hand on taking out Bayern. Right? Not a whole lot of health left. Somebody did get him down pretty good. But our friends are not really getting good shots on him. So we're going to go ahead. We've been accidentally aiming too low. We're going to go ahead and get our Kraken. Meanwhile, California shoots us. Why is everybody on the enemy team like one of the better players that I've ever run across at this tier? Right? I wish I had teammates that just tried mauling me. This whole match, I felt like everybody just... anytime I got spotted, they were doing their dangest to get rid of me. And kudos to them. This red team, this is a good red team. We throw torps out, thinking he's going to charge us because that's all that's happened so far. Our located perk switched to this other side. And we knew that Asashio had to come back if he had a chance to win this match. Right? And this is when I start to realize this Asashio player probably was a pretty good player as well. You're going to see here our cruiser buddy, which has been a help. Asashio shoots his guns off and kills off our cruiser. We know he's in our sonar range. We're gonna pop our sonar and kill him. But an Asashio that shoots his guns off correctly like that, pretty good player. Like, this was a very good team we came across, especially for a tier 5 and 6 match. And again, I'm trying to go dark because that California already tells me he's gonna shoot me when he gets a chance. Now, Dunkirk that decided to back up at the start of the match, which there is you will never ever, I know this is a game of opinions, But there is no reason to ever back up at the start of a match. Not ever. Especially since they switched to spawn points. Never. There is no reason to start at the back of a match. So I am not relying on this guy to win this match for us. Even though we got our six kills at Kraken, actually got to be pretty close to a high caliber and a Confederate at the same time. And we have 2 solo caps. So this guy decides he's going to rush in. So he goes from backing up at the start of the match to, I'm going to charge in here when the game is close. I don't get it. This was the 3rd best player on our team, by the way. But to be fair, the enemy red team was pretty good. This took a lot of willpower in this match. I'm not kidding, guys. This was like, every time I got spotted, I got shot. And you can see right here, I probably could go popping off my guns like an idiot. But I'm not, because I'm really afraid of what Dunkirk's going to do here. So, California shoots his guns. He's clearly worried about Dunkirk. And we know we don't want to be dumb against this California. He's going to shoot if I get spotted, right? So I got to plan this out smart if I want to try to kill him. Which I don't need to do because we're going to win the match. However, we're now down within 1 minute. Meaning, he's only going to get 1 reload, right? I want to get it where he only has 1 shot left, basically, in the match. Dunkirk comes blasting around the corner. California is starting to angle to him, meaning I can get torps off on California. Now, with 30 seconds to go, I am not scared anymore because it's almost impossible for California to win this match. And we're going to take a shot here, or to put our torps out. And we're going to just start shooting our guns now because he either has to try to kill Dunkirk or me. He doesn't have enough time to reload with 27 seconds. California doesn't have that reload. So one of us is going to live, right? And we're going to go ahead and start shooting off California. On California, and our torps look golden as we get the final kill. Guys, I got 2 solo caps, 7 kills, and 2 assists. Meaning I helped kill everybody on the entire map, 2 solo caps, and it's only a 3K base game. Now granted, I know I didn't do 200,000 damage, but still, that is about as solid as a game as you're going to run across, in my opinion. Especially for what we were going against. It's not like we were going against really crap players. The only bad player I think I seen on red team was maybe that T61 that got caught. Outside of that, that was a very solid team that we went against. And that might be one of my most complete games ever. Have I had more damage and more XP and more kills? Absolutely. I've had 8 kills, a bunch of XP games, a couple world records, but this game, for what I was up against, was pretty solid outside of my first mistake on that cruiser. Pretty stout game. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you folks next time.